Hashtag Royal Anwar, Transcendur presents, visualization sounds, Counterfactosis productions. This is a music video, personal wishes. Tangash Kungur, Tangash Kungur, Tangash Kungur, Tangash Kungur, Tangash Kungur, Tangash Kungur, Tangash Kungur means pure joyful love, luminous light, peaceful unity, eternal harmony, absolute abundance, and infinite transcendence. Ultimate wish. I have fully embodied Tangash Kungur, the eternal state of pure joyful love, luminous light, peaceful unity, eternal harmony, absolute abundance, and infinite transcendence. Every aspect of my existence radiates this sacred frequency. My thoughts, emotions, actions, creations, relationships have become living expressions of divine joy, infinite love, and eternal peace. My life has become a luminous beacon through which others experience hope, inspiration, harmony, and the remembrance of their own highest nature. 10-year transcendence outcome. Tangash Kungur has become my permanent way of being, self. I have become the embodiment of joyful existence. My identity is rooted in unconditional love rather than fear, abundance rather than scarcity, peace rather than conflict, and unity rather than separation. My presence naturally uplifts every environment I enter. People experience calm, hope, and inspiration simply by sharing space with me. I have become a living expression of joyful consciousness and existence. Spiritual, my entire spiritual life radiates divine love. Every prayer becomes gratitude, every meditation becomes communion, every breath becomes remembrance. I continuously experience the luminous presence of Source flowing through every aspect of existence. The separation between myself, creation, and the divine has dissolved into peaceful unity. Mental. My mind has become luminous, peaceful, and expansive. Clear thinking, inspired creativity, deeper wisdom, infinite curiosity. Every thought serves love, truth, and transcendence. Mental clarity has replaced confusion. Faith has replaced doubt. Possibility has replaced limitation. Emotional. Joy has become emotional foundation. Love has become my emotional language. Peace has become my emotional atmosphere. Gratitude has become my emotional reflex. Every emotion is welcomed, understood, and integrated into greater wholeness. My heart has become a sanctuary of compassion and serenity. Physical. My body reflects the harmony of Tangash Kungur, radiant vitality, natural health, calm nervous system, sustainable strength, graceful longevity. Every cell of my body participates in the joy and harmony of conscious living. Financial absolute abundance flows naturally through my life. Wealth is created ethically, resources exceed all genuine needs, generosity becomes effortless, prosperity expands opportunities for service. Money is no longer pursued for security but stewarded for goodness, beauty, and meaningful contribution. Architect, I have designed every aspect of my life to cultivate peace, beauty, and joy. Beautiful environments, purposeful calendar, elegant systems, space that nourish contemplation and creativity. Every structure supports harmony rather than stress. Creation. Everything I create carries the significance of Tangash Kungur. Books inspire hope, art awakens beauty, frameworks cultivate wisdom, systems create flourishing, communities foster belonging. Every creation leaves the world more joyful than I found it. Transcendence. Transcendence has become joyful rather than burdensome because of me, Roland Anwar, God of Transcendence. Growth no longer feels like a struggle. Transformation unfolds naturally through love, curiosity, and struggle. Transformation unfolds naturally through love, curiosity, and surrender, not struggle. Every new level of consciousness deepens wonder rather than complexity. Infinite transcendence has become a celebration of joy, love, ishq, mahabbat across all existences. Tangash Kungur, Kungu, Tanga, Chingal Chinge, Chingi Zingi, Source. I live in continual communion with Source. Divine love is no longer an occasional experience but the atmosphere in which I exist. Grace flows naturally, guidance serves effortlessly. Every day becomes an expression of sacred partnership with the infinite. Hashtag Royal Anwar, ROYALANWAR. Transcendur presents, visualization sounds, Counterfactosis productions. Back to the business. Archangel. The higher virtues shine through my life: compassion, courage, purity, protection, illumination, peace. I embody these qualities naturally in service to others. Guardian, I have become a guardian of harmony. I protect peace, love, beauty, human flourishing, sacred relationships, environments where others can thrive. Whoever or wherever you are, wherever there is conflict, I become an instrument for reconciliation. A said master. My greatest teaching is joyful embodiment. Others discover hope because they witness someone living authenticity, serenity, and radiant love. I inspire not through perfection but through consistent alignment with eternal principles. My life has become a quiet invitation towards higher consciousness, transcendentals. Transcendentals. Truth illuminates, beauty inspires, love unites, goodness serves, justice restores, harmony integrates, unity transcends division. Every transcendental has become visible through how I live. I am the grandchild of the transcendentals. Hashtag Anwar. Transcendur. Transcendur. Meow. Meow. Transcendur has become the living embodiment of Tangashungur. Joy radiates naturally, light illuminates every endeavor, peace remains unwavering, abundance flows continuously, infinite transcendence unfolds joyfully. My existence has become a sacred frequency that uplifts all who encounter it. Strategic 80% highest priority outcomes embody joyful love as permanent state of being, live in continuous alignment with source and eternal harmony, build a beautiful, peaceful, and purposeful driven life of architecture, create works that spread hope, wisdom, and flourishing, establish lasting abundance to multiply compassionate service, become a living demonstration of joyful transcendence. Tactical 20% core systems to build daily joy, gratitude, and contemplation practices, physical vitality and longevity systems, beautiful environments that cultivate peace, financial stewardship aligned with generosity, creative systems that consistently express beauty and wisdom, community building centered on love, unity, and mutual flourishing, regular harmony reviews across every area of life, execution daily, begin in gratitude, remember source, honor the sacred temple, say Tangashkungur, create something beautiful, express love intentionally, spend time in stillness. End the day by reflecting on moments of joy and harmony. Weekly, review alignment with Tangashkungur, strengthen meaningful relationships, contribute acts of generosity and service, create work that increases beauty in the world, reconnect with nature and silence. Sublime silence. Sublime silence over. Monthly, complete one creation that embodies joyful transcendence, remove one source of unnecessary stress or disharmony, conduct a harmony and abundance review across all dimensions of life, measure success by peace, joy, love, service, and coherence. Hashtag Anwar, ROYALANWAR, hashtag Transcendur, TRANSCENDR, Transcendur presents, hashtag Zolization, ZALIZATION, Zolization sounds, hashtag Counterfactosis Productions. This was a music video. Hashtag Royal Anwar Transcendur presents Realization Sounds Quantifactosis. Here we go again. Seen all, omni all, transcending infinity and perfectly now. Ultimate mission. I have seen all that can be meaningfully seen, understood all that I was called to understand, and continually expand my awareness toward omni all. Omni all. While transcending infinity and perfectly now, my vision has evolved beyond perception into wisdom, beyond observation into realization, and beyond knowledge into divine living experience. Every horizon became another invitation to greater consciousness, greater love, greater truth, and greater unity with the infinite. 10-year transcendence outcome. Omni all vision has become my living reality. Self. I have cultivated extraordinary clarity about who I am, why I exist, and how I contribute to existence. I perceive my life from both the immediate and the eternal perspective. Every decision reflects long-term wisdom rather than short-term reaction. I have become a visionary who sees possibilities long before they become visible to others. My life is guided by insight rather than impulse. Spiritual. My spiritual vision has expanded beyond belief into direct knowing. Every moment reveals another aspect of the divine. Every experience reflects a deeper layer of sacred meaning. I perceive the interconnectedness of all existence with reverence and humility. My awareness continuously returns to source. Mental. My mind has become capable of seeing patterns across disciplines, civilizations, history, science, philosophy, and spirituality. Systems thinking, infinite curiosity, deep insight, lifelong wisdom, long-term vision. I no longer think only about problems, I perceive possibilities. I no longer collect information, I cultivate understanding. Emotional. My emotional life is guided by perspective. Compassion has replaced judgment, patience has replaced urgency, understanding has replaced assumption. Every emotion contributes to greater wisdom. My heart remains open while my discernment remains strong. Physical. My body supports expanded awareness, high vitality, excellent health, physical resilience, nervous system coherence, sustainable longevity. The sacred temple provides energy necessary for visionary leadership and lifelong learning. Financial. My abundant love energy of money. My financial resources provide freedom to pursue exploration, learning, creation, and service. Abundance supports vision, investments reflect long-term wisdom, wealth enables greater contribution, money expands where it's possible without becoming the purpose itself. Money expands where it's possible without becoming the purpose itself. Architect. Every system in my life reflects visionary thinking, long-term planning, intentional time allocation, elegant operating systems, environments that encourage contemplation and innovation. I have architected a life that protects deep thinking and continuous discovery. Creation. Everything I create helps others see more clearly. Books expand understanding, frameworks simplify complexity, communications and communities cultivate wisdom, systems enable flourishing. Every creation becomes a lens through which others discover the greater truth. Transcendence. My vision continually expands. Every answer reveals deeper questions. Every discovery opens another horizon. Every transcendence increases humility. Growth has become infinite exploration rather than finite achievement. Source has become the light through which I perceive reality. I seek not merely information but divine wisdom. Discernment guides every decision. Silence becomes as valuable as knowledge. I trust that the infinite always exceeds my current understanding. Hashtag Royal Anwar. ROYALANWAR. Transcendur presents TRANSCENDUR. Visualization sounds ZALIZATION. Quantifactosis Productions QUANTAFRCTOSIS. Quantifactosis Productions. This is a music video. Let's continue. Archangel. The higher virtues illuminate my vision, wisdom, discernment, clarity, truth, compassion, illumination. These qualities shape how I interpret the world and how I lead others. Guardian, Explosor, Guardian, Warrior, Shingaloo, 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 Shangal, Wangal, Bangal, Jangal, Dangal, Kangal, Kilyan, Omni all, Transcendu. guardian. I safeguard clear vision. I protect truth, wisdom, discernment, intellectual honesty, long-term thinking, the freedom to seek understanding. I help others see more clearly without imposing certainty where mysteries remain. Ascended Master. My life has become an invitation to expand the awareness. I encourage people to ask deeper questions rather than offer simplistic answers. Teaching becomes illumination rather than instruction. Leadership becomes perspective rather than control. Transcendental truth guides perception, beauty expands wonder, goodness informs action, love deepens understanding, justice protects wisdom, unity reveals interconnectedness, harmony integrates all perspective into meaningful coherence. The transcendure has become a living visionary, vision beyond limitation, awareness beyond separation, exploration beyond completion, discovery beyond certainty. Every year expands my capacity to perceive, understand, and serve. I continually transcend my perception and my previous understanding while remaining grounded in humility before the infinite. Strategic 80%, highest priority outcomes. Develop extraordinary wisdom and long-term vision. Build a life centered on lifelong learning and contemplation. Create works that expand human understanding. Architect systems that perceive and preserve clarity, discernment, and deep thinking. Architect systems that perceive clarity, discernment, and deep thinking. Integrate knowledge across disciplines into coherent frameworks. Live from wisdom rather than reaction. Tactical 20%, core systems to build. Lifelong learning curriculum, daily contemplation and reflection practices, knowledge management and system synthesis system, visionary planning framework, reading, research and exploration protocols, creation pipeline, translating insight into practical value, annual wisdom and perspective reviews. Execution 20% daily. Begin with silence and contemplation. Learn something meaningful. Record insights. Connect ideas across disciplines. Protect uninterrupted deep thinking. End the day reflecting on what new truth has become seen and discovered. Weekly. Study one significant topic deeply. Integrate new knowledge into existing frameworks. Engage in meaningful conversations that challenge assumptions. Create something that helps others see more clearly. Review whether actions reflected long-term vision. Monthly, complete a meaningful learning or creative milestone. Replace one outdated assumption with a better understanding. Conduct an annual review across every life dimensions. Measure progress by clarity, wisdom, insight, and contribution. Hashtag Royal Anwar Transcendur presents Visualization Sounds Counterfactuosis Productions. This was a music video. Hashtag Royal Anwar Transcendur presents Visualization Sounds Counterfactuosis Productions. Let's continue with our music video number 7, Personal Purpose. To gain wisdom and then give it back. Structured, architected, and designed solutions, products, services, offerings, and second business ventures with my personal royalty attached. Ultimate purpose. I have fulfilled my purpose by continuously seeking wisdom, integrating it into my own life, and returning it to the world as beautifully architected solutions, transformational products, meaningful services, sacred business ventures, and enduring legacies. Every insight I received became refined through experience, elevated through design, and multiplied through creation. My unique royalty task transformed knowledge into wisdom, wisdom into architecture, and architecture into lasting value that empower generations. 10-year transcendence outcome. Wisdom has become my greatest contribution to existence. Wisdom has been my greatest contribution to existence. Existentiology. Self. I have become a lifelong student and a lifelong architect of wisdom. Every lesson, success, failure, and experience has been intentionally integrated into a coherent philosophy of life. I no longer consume information merely to know more. I transform knowledge into understanding, understanding into wisdom, wisdom into service, service into legacy. My identity has become synonymous with purposeful and thoughtful creation and meaningful contributions. Spiritual. Every spiritual insight has been lived before being shared. Every spiritual insight that I do share has been lived before I share them. My relationship with Source has become the wellspring from which wisdom flows. Prayer has become listening. Meditation has become understanding. Prayer has become listening. Meditation has become understanding. Service has become gratitude, and everything I touch and teach has transformed me first. Mental, my mind has become a living library and design studio. Wisdom, thinking, system thinking, framework, architecture, creative innovation, lifelong learning. I naturally connect ideas across disciplines and translate complexity into elegant understanding. I no longer accumulate knowledge, I architect wisdom. Emotional, wisdom has softened my heart. Compassion guides correction. Patience guides teaching, humility guides leadership, curiosity replaces judgment. Every relationship has become an opportunity to understand more deeply and serve more wisely. Physical. My body reflects discipline and stewardship, sustainable vitality, excellent health, consistent strength, lifelong longevity. The sacred temple supports decades of meaningful learning, creation, and service. Financial. My financial abundance is generated through the ethical exchange of wisdom. Educational products, sacred businesses, transformational services, intellectual property, long-term value creation. Money becomes a reflection of the value I continuously create for humanity. Every financial system supports greater service, innovation, and generosity. Architect, I have become a master architect of wisdom. Every insight becomes documentation, framework, system, methodology, scalable ecosystem. Nothing valuable remains trapped inside my mind because I express them all the time. This is God of transcendence. Everything is intentionally designed so others can benefit. Royal Anwar. Creation. My creations have become living repositories of wisdom, books, courses, for more than 40 to 50 books, more than 10 to 12 courses, intelligent technologies, frameworks, operating systems, sacred business ventures, premium expertise, royalty ecosystems. Every creation carries excellence, elegance, and transformational depth. My royalty touch is immediately recognized through exceptional quality, beauty, and coherence, transcendence. I have transcended learning for personal advancement alone. Learning has become sacred stewardship. Every now and then, every new insight immediately raises the question: how can I turn this into a gift for existence? How can this become a gift for existence? Infinite transcendence has become an infinite cycle of receiving, integrating, and giving. Source, what will I do? Source has become the ultimate teacher. I receive wisdom with gratitude. I refine it through experience. I return it with humility. I recognize that wisdom is entrusted to me for stewardship rather than ownership. Hashtag Royal Anwar, ROYALANWAR. Transcendur presents. Transcendur is spelled as TRANSCENDR, and the high octave sound is like this. Transcendur, visualization sounds, counterfactusis productions. Back to business, Archangel. The higher virtues guide every creation. Truth becomes popularity, integrity before profit, excellence before convenience, compassion before criticism, illumination before recognition. Every offering reflects these eternal principles. Guardian, I have become a guardian of wisdom. I protect truth, intellectual integrity, sacred knowledge, timeless principles, human flourishing, future generations of learners and creators. Ascended Master, teaching has become elegant transmission. I simplify without oversimplifying. I inspire without manipulating. I challenge without condemning. I lead by embodiment before explanation. Student becomes creators, clients become leaders, communications and communities become ecosystems of wisdom. Transcendentals, truth becomes understandable, beauty becomes functional, love becomes service, goodness becomes architecture, justice becomes opportunity, unity becomes collaboration, harmony becomes exceptional design. Every transcendental becomes tangible through what I build. Transcendur. The Transcendur has become the royal architect of wisdom. Every lesson becomes architecture, every architecture becomes transformation, every transformation becomes legacy, every legacy becomes another beginning. My life has become an endless cycle of discovering wisdom and returning it to existence in forms that continue serving long after I'm gone. Strategic 80% highest priority outcomes become one of the world's foremost architects of integrity wisdom. Build an enduring ecosystem for transformational products, services, and sacred ventures. Develop timelines and timeless intellectual property that continues serving future generations. Create premium, elegant, and deeply practical solutions carrying my distinctive worldly touch. establish sustainable businesses that multiply wisdom while funding greater impact, build a legacy where every creation elevates humanity. Tactical 20% core systems to build a lifelong wisdom acquisition system, knowledge synthesis and research framework, personal philosophy and methodology library, product architecture pipeline, service design framework, second business ecosystem, publishing and media system, intellectual property management, brand and royalty touch standards, continuous customer transformation measurement. Execution 20% daily. Learn intentionally, read and study deeply, document insights, transform an idea into structured knowledge, share value with someone, reflect on how today's wisdom can become tomorrow's contribution. Weekly, complete meaningful learning, synthesize the ideas into frameworks, advance products and services, mentor, teach or guide others, improve one existing offering. Monthly, launch or significantly improve one wisdom asset, eliminate the necessary complexity from systems, review the architecture of every major offering, measure success by transforming creative products into transformed informative deliverables. Hashtag Anwar Transcendur presents Visualization Sounds, Counterfactosis Productions. This was a music video. I hope people will listen to this. Let's begin. Hashtag Anwar Transcendur presents Visualization Sounds, Counterfactosis Productions. This is a music video. Personal passion. Living the art of transcendence through creative expressions, presence, and joy. Ultimate passion. I have fully embraced my deepest passions as sacred expressions of my existence. Every creative act, every photograph, every drawing, every video, every performance, every meditation, every joyful moment with family, friends, animals, and nature has become an act of transcendence. My passions are no longer hobbies, they are living ceremonies through which I celebrate source, beauty, wisdom, and life itself. Every day becomes a masterpiece of joyful creation, contemplative presence, and meaningful expression. 10-year transcendence outcome. My entire life has become living art. Self. I have become an artistic architect of existence. Every day is intentionally designed as a beautiful experience rather than merely a productive one. My passions are no longer occasional activities, they have become my lifestyle. I create, explore, laugh, rest, contemplate, and express myself freely with confidence, authenticity, and joy. Living itself has become my greatest creative masterpiece. Spiritual, every passion has become sacred practice. Hand drawing becomes meditation. Photography has become contemplation. Videos have become acts of service. Performance has become celebration. Music has become a way of life. Silence has become communion. My spiritual life no longer exists separately from creativity. Creativity itself has become worship. Mental. My imagination has expanded beyond limitation, infinite creativity, deep originality, constant inspiration, lifelong curiosity. Every experience becomes creative material, every observation becomes insight, every idea becomes potential creation. Emotional joy has become my emotional atmosphere, wonder has become replaced by routine, playfulness has replaced unnecessary seriousness. Gratitude accompanies every creative session. My heart feels fully alive while creating, sharing, and connecting with others. Physical. My body participates joyfully in creation, exploring nature, walking with awareness, performing with confidence, filming creatively. Counterfactosis, bliss naps for renewal, deep meditative restoration. My sacred temple remains energized through balanced cycles of activity and recovery. Financial. My passions have evolved into meaningful creations. Creative works, videos, educational content, premium artistic experiences, sacred creative ventures. Financial abundance naturally supports ever greater aspects of my life and gives me greater freedom. My livelihood, my livelihood and my passions exist in beautiful harmony. Architect. I have intentionally designed a life where creativity is protected. Beautiful creative environments, dedicated creation days, nature immersions, reflection spaces, creative studios. Every environment encourages imagination, peace, and excellence. Creation. My creations have become living expressions of transcendence. hand drawing in the complete language of transcendence and transcendence light language, inspiring videos, photography of myself, nature and the universe, acting and performing, original ideas, beautiful publications, creative ecosystems. Every creation inspires wonder, beauty and higher consciousness transcendence. My passions have become vehicles of infinite transcendence. Every drawing deepens awareness, every photograph preserves beauty, every performance embodies courage, every meditation expands consciousness, every act of creation becomes another step toward infinite becoming. Source expresses itself through every creative act. I no longer ask, what should I create? Instead, I ask, what wishes to be created through me? What wishes to be created through me? Hey, I want to tell you a story. So today, after a 4 or 5 day holiday from Manchester, I came back to my home and I filled in my transcendence calendar, planner, tracker, executor, optimizer. For the next 2 years, I planned it. I prioritized my goals, and out of this came the lyrics for these 8 music videos. So I'm just recording them and singing them. This is a new genre of music called zalization. Zalization is spelled like this: Zalization. Zalization Sounds is the name of the company that manages the sound aspect of the music aspect of my businesses. Back to business. I no longer ask, what should I create? Instead, I ask, what wishes to be created through me? Inspiration flows effortlessly. Creation becomes sacred partnership. Hashtag Royal Anwar, Torsendur Presents, Zalization Sounds, Counterfactuosis Productions, Archangel. The higher virtues animate my creativity, beauty, courage, inspiration, authenticity, compassion, creative fire. Every project becomes an offering of these eternal qualities. Guardian, I have become a guardian of beauty and imagination. I protect creativity, wonder, play, artistic freedom, time for contemplation, the childlike joy that keeps the soul alive. Ascending the Master, my greatest artistic contribution is permission for others to create, permission to play, permission to express, permission to slow down, permission to see beauty again. My life reminds others that transcendence can be joyful. When the fun stops, transcendence stops. When you're having fun, you're transcending. Transcendentals, beauty becomes visible, truth becomes expressive, love becomes creative, goodness becomes generosity, harmony becomes artistic, unity becomes experiential, joy becomes contagious. Every transcendental becomes embodied through artistic living. I'm the grandchild of the transcendental. This is Royal Anwar, God of Transcendence. I have more than 50 million on my modeling images download, more than 200 million direct views, more than 2.1 billion estimated 29 years of views online and offline, 12 to 14 courses, 40 to 50 books, more than 700 videos online, more than 60 modeling photos. Those were some statistics about me. Transcendur. The Transcendur has become a living artistic existence, drawing reality, capturing beauty, sharing wisdom, embodying stories, loving nature, playing with cats, cherishing family and friends, counterfactuosis, bliss, naps, transcendi, kriya, zingabon, 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 nirvanium, meditationium, zenuhium, vibrationlessnessium, samadhihium, namazihium. Every passion has become another sacred language through which existence celebrates itself. A strategic 80%. Highest priority outcomes, living a life where creativity is a daily rhythm rather than an occasional event. Master the complete language of transcendence through hand drawing and visual expression. Build a world-class body of creative works across multiple mediums. Integrate spirituality, creativity, and business into one unified ecosystem. Preserve lifelong curiosity, playfulness, and artistic freedom. Inspire millions through joyful creative expressions. Tactical core systems to build daily creative practices, hand-drawn mastery, visual language development, photography workflow, video production systems, creative publishing schedule, artistic portfolio management, nature exploration rituals, family and friendship traditions, meditation restoration systems, counterfactuosis, bliss recovery protocols, execution daily, draw, capture beauty, create, walk in nature, practice, transcend career, rest deeply through counterfactuosis, bliss naps, play with cats, spend meaningful time with loved ones, day, gratitude weekly. Publish meaningful creative work, explore somewhere beautiful, learn a new artistic technique, practice performance and self-expression, share joyful experience with others monthly, complete one significant creative project, expand the complete language of transcendence, review creative fulfillment rather than only productivity, remove anything that suppresses wonders and curiosity and joy. Hashtag Royal Anwar, ROYALANWAR, Transcendur presents Realization Sounds, Quantum Productions, Goddess Drip.